Mr. Chairperson,
Yes, ma'am.
I move to amend the agenda item as follows.
Yes, ma'am.
To remove item 10B, which is to consider request for assistance from town of Duval for them pickup. This item was mistakenly on the agenda and needs to be added to the full board agenda.
Thank you. Can I get a motion? Let me take a motion. You made a motion, I second. Second. Motion and second to amend the agenda to remove the item 10D, Town of Duval for them pickup, and place in the main jury meeting to be held at 7 o'clock.
Mr. Pooh, do a roll call.
We gotta do
All right.
Do we conduct that, Mr. Cole?
Please.
Wyatt?
yes.
Franks?
Yeah.
Spraker?
Yep.
Bullen?
Yes.
Straugher?
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right. Do I need to get it approved as passed and go to the next one? Is that?
Need to vote.
We did.
Okay.
Now we do the.
That's your three.
Yep. Okay. Item number 4.
We need to approve it now. We just amended it, now we need to approve it.
Okay. All right. Can I get a motion to approve the amended agenda?
So moved.
Need a second? Second. All in favor? Aye. Amended agenda? All right. Item number 4 is the Eubanks Road Bridge project. Then item A is authorize a change order for number 2 for $4,700. Doug, you give us a little.
Sure thing. This is a change order number 2 for our Eubanks Road Bridge project, which is part of our 2019 capital improvement plan. You can see on your attachment there, this is for $4,700. There were 2 adjustments here. One was for credit, a small credit for, I think, some silt screening for the project that didn't get used. And then they had to change out the type of end caps that were originally scheduled to be put on the bridge to meet the current code. The ones that originally were supposed to put on there did not meet the current code standards, so we had to upgrade the ones that were put on there. So that came up to a $4,700 change order, and I'm glad to report that bridge was open today after a long time, much to Mr. Frank's joy. Hunter, do we have anything else on that?
No, that's it.
Great.
Can I get a motion to authorize change order number 2?
I make the motion that we authorize the change order number 2 for $4,700.
Give a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That's approved. Item B is authorize the substantial completion. And I saw that paperwork. We're good to go. Open up today.
Here we go.
Can I get a motion to authorize substantial completion?
I'll make a motion that we authorize substantial completion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 5, update DOTD safety study for LA 18 at Louisiana 3012. This was requested in February 2020, and they have gotten back to us on their recommendations based on their study. And I had spoke with Liz Annette, and she was the one that originally put this up and asked for this, and we've reviewed this, and with their recommendations, I think we're at a good start. So any questions?
Remind me where 818, I know 818 and 3072, is that the one that,
Barnett
Barnett
Springs
Springs.
and that curve.
Okay.
818 goes over by the old broom
Yeah.
handle factory.
Oh, yeah, that is horrible.
And it
For
is,
50 years it's been
yes,
bad.
it's terrible.
Have they, what was their recommendation?
Their recommendation is installing a new stop sign on Louisiana 818 for the southbound approach, as well as a stop bar to indicate to motors where to stop in order to get the best viewing of oncoming traffic.
Okay.
The new combination turn intersection ahead warning sign with an advisory speed plaque and one direction large arrow sign will be installed on the northbound approach of LA 18.
That's a serious.
It is.
And also additional striping will be installed on Louisiana 818 in its intersection of LA 3012 to be more effectively delineate the curve.
Thank you. Any more questions?
It's all done by the state.
I don't think we take any action, I just.
No.
All right. So item number 6, requesting Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development to make a safety study and improvements at intersections LA 130, 145, and Long Straw. Doug?
Same type of request to DOTD, this one in Mr. Melton's district. He brought this one to our attention. This is kind of an unusual convergence of roads out on the very edge of the parish. You could throw a rock into Jackson Parish at this intersection. It's kind of a blind intersection. In addition to the intersection of these two roads, you also have a driveway of Long Straw Church out there that comes almost directly into the intersection itself. So when you have church letting in and out, you have traffic coming in from 5 different directions here, and it's a bad spot. And they've had numerous accidents at this location. So we're going to request the same type of traffic study at this location. There's actually signage coming in from the Jackson Parish side, but none on the Lincoln Parish side. So we're asking them to look into that as well.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I make the motion that we request Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development to make the safety study improvements at intersection of Louisiana 3145 and Long Straw Road.
Can I get a
This is
second?
the next, we're 145 and Long Straw Road, aren't we?
Yeah, 145 Long Straw.
Is that what you said?
That's not what I said?
No, I don't think. He was talking about 818 and 3012.
Read number 6 again, please.
Maybe I,
Just
Request in Louisiana, I thought you,
number 6.
Yeah.
number 6, yeah.
request in Louisiana Department of Transportation and Development to make a safety study and improvement at intersection of Louisiana 145 and Long Straw Road. That's not it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know, it's his talking, it's here, you're talking, we're all good now.
We're good, we're good.
Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
Mineral spirits getting to you?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item number 7, discuss and take action if necessary for establishing a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit on designated sections of Harbutton Road.
Very good. This relates to the opening of the interchange at the Tarbutton Road Bridge there. Thank goodness for all of us that the interchange is finally open, and it was good to see so many of you at that opening.
Beautiful.
It was very nice. And insert thank you to all of you who contributed to that over many years that's been underway. But the state has requested that the jury on the sections of the roads that we're responsible for, particularly at the approaches of that bridge, that we reduce the speed limit on that road to 40 miles an hour to match up with the speed limit on the bridge.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am?
I make the motion that we take action to establish the 40 miles per hour speed limit on the designated section of Tarbutton Road.
She's making all.
Can I get a second?
A second.
concrete overlay.
This is annual process you're very familiar with. Because of COVID, we're a little behind in getting the bids out, but it's time to get on with our 2020 capital improvement program. We're finishing up the 2019 as we speak, so we need to make sure we get the bids out for the asphalt and concrete overlay so we get started on those projects in a timely manner.
We need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Fulton?
Yes, sir.
Let me recognize Hunter with this from Schuler Engineering. Hunter, did you have any comments about the program and what y'all are working on at the moment?
Well, we're gonna totally rebuild Valley View Drive and Grandview Drive as part of the program, and overlay Trace Drive and Base Failure, those, and Campground Road. It's all part of that program.
May I ask a question with regard to the 2020 capital improvement program? On Chandler Road, just south of Stable Road, I'm assuming it's those water trucks that keep coming back and forth that go down Cheatwood Road. But in one section there, when you drive through it, your false teeth fall out.
That's a problem.
It's rough. And I'd like somebody to look at that.
Okay.
Chandler, south of State. One little section in there that's really, really bad. Most of the road is pretty good. When you consider how many of those water trucks run up and down that road.
You have Cook Road too, don't you?
Yes.
That's always been. Well, you know what I'm talking about? Is that a source of it?
That's the problem there.
Well,
Never mind, I'll drop it.
the problem we have, we got some
Yeah,
rough
Cook Road's always
folks, rough
been.
folks that live down there.
Any other questions for Hunter? All right. Item number 9, action on bids. Item 9A is the hot mix.
You'll notice on your packet there, our low bidder, the only bidder, was Amethyst, and we received the same bid as we did last year. So we're happy prices didn't go up on hot mix.
Can I get a motion?
Make that motion.
And second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 9B, asphalt materials.
On asphalt materials, we had 2 bidders, and the low bidder on both was Asphalt Products Unlimited. Good news this year was that the price of both of the MC30 products and the CRS2 products went down this year. If you'll note there, last year on MC30, the product was $334, went down to $325, and the CRS2 from $202 to $1.89.5. So that's good news. That means we'll have more to work with in our road budget. So.
Can I get a motion for asphalt materials?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 9C, surplus property.
What's property? Jerry Lynn, you want to talk about? No, you don't? Okay. So we had some surplus property that we put out for to auction, and you see the winning bids on your bid tabulation sheets here, which is this stuff we need to move on out. So we're glad we got bids on almost everything, and I think we're going to be able to get rid of everything on the list one way or another. So that's good. We won't have to circle, we won't have to send anything to salvage at all, so.
Is Lynn's Enterprises like a secondary buying equipment?
I think so,
Say
yeah.
that one more time.
Lynn's, they just buy used equipment?
Mr. Chairman, what do we do with those bids that were rejected, if they didn't meet the minimum? What happens on that?
If they're the only bidder and we reject their bid, typically we can turn around and sell the item to them for whatever their low bid was, since we didn't have another bidder.
Right.
So we're still gonna get some money off of the item, we're just not gonna get what our asking amount was, but it's better than sending it to the salvage yard.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I agree. I didn't know what happened there.
That same bidder is actually going to buy everything on the list. Because we follow the process of the law, which is to advertise. and
Right,
take
right.
bids.
Yeah, I remember when we went through that a pretty good while back.
Is that a local bidder?
They're out of Mississippi.
Okay.
But the bids were sent out to approximately 70 different individuals, local and other states.
Right.
So is the action on item 4 and 5, we just say we reject those, and then we'll come back after this and put them out for sale to Lynn's?
no, you just need to, have a motion to accept
The bid?
accept the bids on surplus property. Yeah.
Okay.
I make a motion that we accept the bids on surplus property.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. Accept bids on surplus property. All right, item number 10, consider requests for assistance. 10A is the town of Grambling for some asphalt patching.
You just see the letter in your packet related to that. One is an actual letter on City of Grambling letterhead. That was the first request. It was followed up, I believe, the next, maybe even the same day. He realized he left off a few items, so it was an email with a few more streets. And we actually, I'll give credit to the highway department. I believe we were able to get out and actually catch those the next day.
Okay.
So they got right on those. So we're asking for permission after the fact. Those issues have already been taken care of. I'll say that the mayor called and was very grateful that we were able to help them with these issues.
Good deal. Can I get a motion to approve the asphalt patching for, as stated below?
What you asking for?
Motion to pass.
Oh, I'll make that motion.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, item number 11. Any other business?
Oh, I have another business. Just for your knowledge, Gasket Road, the bridge is going to be shut down on Monday. It will be shut down for approximately 6 months, roughly, because we are going to rebuild that bridge ourselves.
Where is this at?
Gasket Road is up in Cranford's district. It's kind of north to the east of 167. It's a temporary, Chris is.
And will be here. The new one will be as well.
The new one will be as well, correct?
Has an engineer already been hired to take care of it?
It's not an engineered thing, it's what we've done multiple bridges, like 10 bridges in the past.
So
Our
we have
highway
the
guys-
equipment set to do it?
We're correct, we're doing it. Our guys know, they've built multiple bridges.
Okay.
They are capable and highly capable.
Question about a road in our area. It's a state highway rather than a parish road. 146. What's the current status of 146?
White line, you talking about?
Are you talking about near the airport?
No, the third. Okay, you got it.
If you're talking about White Plains, going up towards that direction.
Which one?
White line.
White Lightning.
Of course, white.
Woods Road you talking about?
This state-
No, I'm talking about White Lightning, they
Well, I know
own
it's
it
not White
all.
Lightning, but it's right there at Woods Road.
That bridge just went down, they get ready to, it's gonna take a year maybe?
Yeah.
A year process, because it's got the actual.
I noticed they
That's a
opened
state
it up
project, that's a
July
state
4th.
project.
They did it just for the weekend, because the second bridge, there was 3 bridges. 2 box culvert bridges, and then this is the big one. So they finished the box culvert one, the second one, and they opened up for the weekend, and then they
And they
shut it
closed
just for the weekend, for
Okay.
4th of July.
I was
And then they closed
confused
it on
because they
Monday.
opened it for the weekend, I didn't know.
Yeah, it was just for the weekend.
Any other business, comments? Meeting adjourned.